Today I'm back and we are going to react to V.alentin's Go in Blind music video. This music video has a very unique concept and visual, so what does it say? What will we learn from it? This is my first time checking out V.alentin. I don't even know if V.alentin is how their name is properly pronounced, but I really think there is something big they are doing, they are keeping, something big prepared for us, as a team from high, I'm expecting that much, so let us see what they cooked this time. Let us go. My name is Vic and this is Vanny Production. The story, always there has to be the story, and it is best, like when you introduce the story, like how we know they are telling, like the introduction, how it all started, long ago on a night when the house of wolf boys reached the moon, beneath the crimson moonlight, the world was devoured by darkness, like this is introducing like how everything began. Let us keep watching, like I'm already liking the storytelling, like it's always something, it's always good to give someone a heads up. Let us go. First of all, this shot, like how it started from on the top of the mountain, like, and it goes down to the wall, and now it is coming to where our boys are. This shot was very good, but I don't really believe this is like a real shot. I really think this is a very big shot, but either way, this is good, like it is sick, like even the amount of effort required to pull this off, like the amount of this is like a pure VFX shot, nothing is real. Right? Except like here, they reach in this house and the boys are inside, like incorporating this is very hard, it's a very huge task, and I'm really liking the effort they put, like, in order to tell us the story. Let us keep watching. And plus, like, I'm not like a music producer and I don't know much about music production, but the introduction of this song, like the sound of it, I'm liking it. I don't know why. It is beating into my heart. The introduction, how this beat began, along with the story, everything. Let us keep watching. This shot is sick, right? It is coming from like a hole and going up to the boat with two wolves, This is sick and also cool, like this is cool. Let us keep watching, I'm really being impressed here. This thing, took me off guard, right? The process of incorporating animation into a real music video. This is not the first time I saw it, but this time, like, it caught me off guard. I wasn't prepared for this. Like, right now, I'm surprised, right? And I like it, so let us keep watching. This is right, and there also this shot, like of how like they are zooming to them, going forward to them, and as they pass through someone, he disappears and he sort of turns like into a wolf, right? This is, maybe this is what the story is about. It's about the wolf boys. Yeah, the previous animation did. So they are zooming through the boys in white, but they later turn into wolves, right? I'm really liking, like the concept, like how, like, this shot of like someone who is shining. I remember one time, like they told me how it is done, but I didn't catch to try and do it for myself. So that's why I immediately forget how to do it, but this is a simple but yet creative. Let us keep watching. Alright, the part where they were performing the choreography, I was doing the choreography because the choreography is sick, and plus, like the environment, they just perform the choreography, those black balls, those black balls in the background, like how they were in the sun, the smoke, like I think at this moment, it's pretty obvious that one of the most important things, that in my life I will do and it will make me happy is being a film director. But the film director I'm talking about, right, is the video film director because what I want and what I want to focus on is making a film from scratch, like being there on every process. And one of my favorite process in filmmaking is the process of set breeding. This set performing how it was bred, it is simple, like it is not that complex, but I like it, I was pleased by it because every time, like I'm someone who is in love with like set set breeding and set production. Let us keep watching. And this shot, like there is a boy and there is four hands who are coming to his face. This shot is also sick, right? How like they made it like the boy's face is only visible and the background is black and the eyes to the face, this makes the scene extra horror. Yeah, extra horror because the face is only visible and they are hands, you can't tell, which creature has these hands. It makes the scene extra, extra horror, extra scary, like maybe like this can hint to like maybe the whole scene like the actual situation there is no right, but in order for us, the audience to see what is going on, they just highlight the fact, like in general there is general darkness and there is hands creeping up to this poor boy, imagine that. This makes the scene extra horror, which makes it extra interesting. Let us keep watching. And now the other boy is coming up with the heads of the wolf, like this strategy is good and I'm liking it. Let us keep watching. Wow, this is the sick, like how they were. I already talked about how I'm in love with zoom ins and zoom outs and how they were zooming in on the boys, covering their eyes is sick and how like now they are learning blindfolded, like this shot is sick and in order to make it extreme, like now they are showing us an overhead shot, overhead shot are very good at like showing like the graveness, like how something, how extreme is something, ever the shots are good at showing how extreme some things are, like telling the overhead story. This is cool, right? This is scary, right? This is scary, but also this is badass, like running the desert, you are blindfolded, and behind you there is a desert storm with wolves. Let us keep watching. This is sick and cool. I'm in a country where K-pop is not like popular, so there isn't like any studio where they are completely focused on running, and dancing and executing K-pop moves. But if there was one studio that does that, like I would be the first to say that because I really like the dancing and choreography in K-pop, and I really want to run and try to do so for myself, even if I fail. But I want to try it once, but there is no chance because like in my country, K-pop is not that popular, but maybe one day it will be and I will get to try. This is an aspect like I've been complimenting their choreography. I don't know, but sometimes I see that backup dancers also complements the choreography, the idol team, like how they were standing on the stage. The boys were standing on the stage and the backup dancers were down. This complemented the choreography and made it extra sweet and extra cool. Let us keep watching. This is very cool. Like now they were dancing like in a weird hurricane. Like it's a hurricane, but it has like a face of war. And this is very good and cool. And now the closing of the story, right? It's good to build suspense, and build curiosity for the next upcoming session. But don't ever leave the user hanging. End a story. So let us see how the story ends. Though the moon has ceased to breathe, the trembling still hides within shadows, as calm as the eye of the storm. This silence is not the end, but only the prologue to the legend these boys are destined to write. Yeah, never leave the user hanging. End the story properly. This is my first time checking out on the team, but to tell you the truth, I loved what I saw, and maybe I'm going to go back and check one of their older works because right now they are good and I'm going to check them and I love them. This song was sick and impressive, and as you already know, at Funny Production, we like to cool art, but we also credit to people who worked an extra mile. So today, the first person, obviously, is the VFX artist and his team. The VFX in this song and what made it extra interesting. It was already interesting, but the VFX made it extra interesting. And the second person is the choreographer. I like the choreography of this song. Today we complimented two people, the VFX artist and his team, and the choreographer. Today's video was very sick and interesting and I liked it. Like it's very unique. It is unlike anything I have ever seen. Please subscribe and join our community. At our community, everyone is equal. We react to cool art, we create our own art and we support each other. My name is Faith and this is Funny Production.